Hey, the Rhino, Survival Skills 101, tip of the day. This is going to be kind of a creepy subject for beginning and intermediate preppers, but it's one that I don't think a lot of people think about. And it's what to do with your pets during a disaster and how to take care of them. You know, a lot of people, well, just first of all, a lot of people are always doing food storage for themselves and their family members, but they don't necessarily think about their pets. And in a disaster situation, guess what? That dog's got to eat too. That cat's got to eat. So it's very important that you prep the dog or the cat food along with the regular people food. In a disaster situation, there won't be enough food in most people's households to feed them, let alone a dog or cat or whatever. And so what typically happened, and you saw this during the 2008 recession, people were taking their dogs and cats and taking them to shelters because they couldn't afford dog food anymore. Well, you know, you're going to need to prep that, because if not, you're going to have to come and make some tough decisions. And what are those tough decisions? Well, if in a disaster situation, in a scenario where things are totally going bad and there's hardly any food and nobody is coming to your rescue, the tough decisions are: one, do you let the animal go? Well, if you let the animal go, can you imagine if everybody did that? And so there would be massive amounts of dogs and cats running everywhere out on the street. And you know, hungry dogs, they could eat people too. What's worse is you let your dog go. Now that dog is susceptible to being caught by other people and eaten. Now I know that sounds bad, but when you're hungry and you have absolutely no food, you'll do some crazy stuff. And eating a dog or a cat, that's not above a lot of people when it comes right down to it and everybody's starving. So if you let your dog go, there could be those problems that happen. If you keep your animal and you think, well, they'll just eat dog food or they'll just eat people food and then that'll be fine, you're going to get mad because that dog is taking part of the food that could be feeding your children. And then eventually what's going to happen is you could get so hungry that now it's time to eat Fido. I know you don't want to think about it, and I know that sounds bad, and you'd say, man, this is a crazy video. But when you're hungry, think about it. You have absolutely no food and you're starving in a disaster situation because you didn't prep anything, and there will be tons of people that will be that way. Is that too much out of the realm of possibility? Or is it too much out of the realm of possibility to go eat your neighbor's dog or something like that? Well, this is where you got to think beforehand. Hey, you know what? I need to prep dog and cat food so that Fido can live along with the adults as well. And you know what? You might have to eat that dog food too. Anyway, this is just food for thought, and I wanted to give that to you. You need to plan. If you're a beginning or intermediate prepper, you need to plan for how you're taking care of your pets.